You thought I wasn't gonna be on time. That ain't something for all black folks, man. Let me give a shout out to Third Mundo. Let me give a shout out to Ken Padmo. Let me give a shout out to Gil MMA fan. Let me give a shout out to OW. I don't know how many people I got up in here right now because I'm seeing zeros. Shit gonna pop up in a minute. I might be on time, but Negro always gotta have something wrong with his internet or something wrong with that. I'm waiting on my guests to show up, but I like to appreciate everybody that did show up thus far. You know what I'm saying? So tonight I'm just gonna have a brother on who's currently living his life right there in a city called Cartagena. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody. If anybody who just came over from Richie's Live, we'll still be going live tonight on the Roller Tape channel once again. And I might be coming on again after Richie's Live. So it all depends on how this shakes out. I had a lot of questions for the brother from Cartagena, but I'm not going to be here that long due to the fact that I want to keep my obligation to Richie Rich's channel. The thing that we got going on every week, that's how we got to where we are, and I respect the channels. So I'm going to keep it short. And hopefully, if anything, if y'all have any questions about Cartagena and things that are going on in Colombia as a whole, maybe y'all could go ahead on and give a couple questions. That's what the comment section is for, to leave comments, suggestions, as well as questions. But once again, I'd like to welcome all of y'all to DreeZ Live number 62, 813 to CTG. That's the 813 out, which is somewhere in Florida, I think Tampa or somewhere, to CTG, which is what we call Cartagena. You know what I'm saying? I like to give a shout out to new brothers that just came on in. There's 22 people. What? Just follow what it need to do, man, or something like that. I never seen that shit before. Maybe you got something else on. The brother's having difficulties getting his screen yard up. I don't know. He got something where his his camera and his mic is blocked. So who knows? Roller tape and DreeZ might be rolling a little bit earlier tonight. So because I don't know what's going on with his issue. Maybe maybe coronavirus got his shit fucked up, but I don't know. But you know, I'm just gonna hold on. So if y'all got any questions or suggestions, I'm gonna just go ahead on and take it upon myself just to answer whatever questions the comment section may have. Otherwise, if this brother don't get himself together, I'm gonna go ahead on and shut it down. But before I move another further, man, let me go ahead on and give a shout out to brother K Mac for the donation on Cash App. If y'all like to donate to the platform as well, you're gonna get it one back one way or another, whether it be as far as the music that I got coming forth, whether I got new equipment for the record when I go live abroad, when I go live here in the city, wherever I go, one way or another, whatever you donate comes back to you one way or another. And as far as donations go, I was actually thinking about doing a food drive myself, man. You know, but I'm actually thinking about doing it in none other than Community 13. I got some people there that I made connections with. I'm jammed with. Hopefully that network grows. And speaking of network, I always want to do something for us networking with my other YouTube content creators who also travel. Create a network so once this show is finished, pass the link, the next show comes on, and then he passed the link. The next show within that traveling network continues. So everybody that's not traveling, everybody that's on lockdown, everybody that's in quarantine can have their daily little fix or whatever travel news. If somebody's doing a video or showing video or old footage or something, where everybody get their daily fix of travel until we're able to get on the planes ourselves, of course. And of course, when we're able to travel again, maybe we should just go ahead and keep that vibe rolling. That's something me and Richard Rich are going to talk about tonight. I still got to brainstorm a little bit to find out some other news, some things that we're going to bring forth for tonight's show. But for right now, I'm just hoping this brother gets his StreamYard together so we can just come on and just have a nice little conversation about a place called Cartagena. How y'all doing tonight, man? You know what I'm saying? Like to give a shout out to Ryan. Thanks for wiping your feet. Hopefully, I got a couple pairs of Adidas in there, a couple pairs of Nike, hell, even a pair of Gucci's. But go and wipe your feet across the road before you come on in the house to talk to Dree. You know, let me give another shout out to Roderick Young, who always says Brazil or die, as well as brother Jeffro Bodine. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You know, because you look like your thumbnail look like you might hurt a motherfucker. You don't say his name right. You know, G-Fro, you might whoop somebody's ass behind not saying your name right. You know what I'm saying? I see you. Gil in the building. What's going on with you, player? I appreciate you, man. Hopefully I see you in Colombia again, man. We could do another house party again. Or we might do something a little bit more than a house party. But nevertheless, man, more than having a house party where we just partying with them things, like my traveling mentor Russell would say, we got to party with a purpose. So next time we do a party, it's gonna be with possible prospects of doing something lucrative for the collective who decide to join in once we get back to Medellin. And hopefully everything will be well, everything will be back functional, everything will be operational once we return to Medellin as a traveler group that we call WTU. Nevertheless, man, I'd like to thank all of y'all for coming tonight. I'm just hoping this brother comes on because I had nothing planned other than just asking these questions to this brother about Cartagena. He's currently right there, right now with his lady. I guess they're celebrating Mother's Day. I don't necessarily know if it's Mother's Day in Colombia, but I said Happy Mother's Day to a couple of people in Colombia, and they respond, thank you. So I'm guessing it is Mother's Day out there. I guess is it Mother's Day in DR too? You know, I'm not necessarily sure. I'm not really up on the holidays yet. I try not to be in another country on holidays because you get a false feeling, a false read of how people really act in their daily lives. So that was the problem that I had when I was in Barranquilla. But as far as they were acting when I was there, I had to give them the nod over the people of Medellin, even though Medellin is my favorite place. When I retire, do I look forward to being in Medellin? Maybe not. Might be a place that I still want to visit. They got some shit going on there. I thought I had a lady, and she was more than a lady, man. She was just everywhere except Punkiettas. I come to find that out on the tail end of the relationship. Had to let that go. Moved up to Barranquilla, found me a little something better. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully I'll get back out there soon. So if everybody don't mind, put into the comment section where y'all plan on going next. You know what I'm saying? I might have to do some research myself. I had a brother tell me today, man, you need to come over to uh Thailand, some shit like that. Do I really want to go? Not really. But he had offered to send somebody to DR, and I was like, bro, if you send that brother to DR, you want me to go to Asia so bad, send me to Asia. I'll go with you then. You know what I'm saying? So I might just have to take him up on that. Even though right now, to be honest with you, I had actually thought about, well, didn't think. I was actually supposed to be in Africa right now. So right now, coronavirus, you're fucking me up right now. You know what I'm saying? Let me give a shout out to ATL Cares. I see you, bro. I appreciate you for coming. Hollering at it. I'm real. I see you. I see Mr. International in the big. Shout out to 504 DAP. Shout out to DAP 504. Five man is up in the building. I'm glad you caught my little walking live today. I just went walking down the river. I might just do that every now and again. But next time I go, I'm gonna make sure I got subjects where I can just keep talking. You know what I'm saying? But see, London Town says DR Porter Platter next up. Hey, a trip is a trip, player. You know what I'm saying? I've been wanting to go to Santo Domingo since I was there. But when I got there, bribed with the police, got into it with the Haitian. Next thing I know, I just said, you know what? I only had so much money left. I traveled on a budget. I got money, but I ain't trying to spend all of it. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to Santo Domingo. That's why I always wanted to go as far as DR is concerned altogether. Because like all these other places, all these other countries, I want to go where the slave ships went, to check out the history around there. You know what I'm saying? I have more of a reason to go to these countries, from a historical value. No, I'm not trying to be Indiana Jones or no shit like that. But I just want to get a little background story on how some people got there. And plus, always wanted to understand the whole Haitian and uh, Dominican vibe thing they got going on there. That shit's crazy. I read into it a little bit, going all the way back to President Trujillo. Shit's crazy. I think they call it Dominicanness. That's where I ain't gonna even get none of that, man. But shout out to Third Mundo, man. Hopefully, when I get out there, hopefully I can link up with y'all, man. Get around some people that really know what's going on, can show me some things, tell me some things, give me the outs and ins, the left and routes, the left and rights, the fronts and backs, all of that. You know what I mean? Let me see what this brother is saying right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it straight. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a second. Yeah, I'm working that bitch. I'm trying to get it on my iPad now. I'm using my iPad and my phone to get this shit popping. So I'm saying either one, I'm gonna catch it. So yeah, dude, just damn, try to ad lib a minute and let me try to fix this shit. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I'm gonna get it right though.
See, bro, that's probably that coronavirus fucking your shit up. Don't worry, I got it till you get here. I'll hold out a few more. Let's see. Ken Padmore says, playing safe, going home to Trinidad. I wanted to go there last year, man, but I got a report back saying people following you from the airport. And it was a story that I was given where somebody was followed from the airport. And the people that followed the travelers from the airport, they went to the hotel where the traveler was and robbed him and everybody on that floor of the hotel. That kind of like turned me off from that. Plus the ticket, 1,200 just to get there. Not round trip. I don't know what kind of plane this was. Maybe it was the motherfucking DeLorean plane. Was gonna give me that air quick for $1,200. I was like, nah. I always wanted to go there for not Mardi Gras. They don't call it Mardi Gras. I call it Mardi Gras where I'm at, where I'm from. I'm from New Orleans. Carnival. I always wanted to go there for Carnival, but at the same time, I really don't care for. I don't really care for going to these places during their festivities. But Carnival is that one festivity I'd make an exception for. Hence, Barranquilla. I just wish I would have never lost my debit card and my phone fucking around with not Bahia de Calle. I was at a cultural event and that's why that video is what made me do the Atlantico versus Antioquia video, if you check that out. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's a lot of people here that might like Medellin, but it's it's when you go to Barranquilla, you get around that Afro Colombian, man. It's a different monster. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. I see you, player. You might be able to speak, but see if you could type into the private chat for me, man. Let's see, London town. Let's see. Damn, Dree, something is always happening on your trips. Man, I'm not a person that goes looking for controversy. Just wherever I go, just some controversy is happening. I'm human like everybody else. You know, I don't have a lot of problems normally when I go to Medellin. But like the first time I went to Medellin, it was some shit that happened and it was crazy. And I rarely have told that story. You know what I mean? But yeah, when I was in Brazil, had a damn, got two loaves. Let's see. Yeah, player saying something about you gotta connect your mic and your camera. You just gotta what it is gonna have a picture and right under there it's gonna say turn on mic, turn on your camera. And all you gotta do is turn those on. Once you see yourself, you're good. But yeah, OW said he going to the 504. No. I know where you're going next, player. I might even see you there. You know what I'm saying? Let me go on in here. Let's see. Shout out to Gail. Panama opens up May 23rd. That's cool because my thing is they got a majority of these airlines that are closing. So I wanted to go from New Orleans to Panama City rather than New Orleans to Florida because Florida gonna be Florida gonna be damn near FEMA camp might ensue at Fort Lauderdale. I know Fort Lauderdale is gonna be rowdy, and I guarantee it's gonna be some fights. It's something else that I guarantee that I said was gonna happen. For you motherfuckers that's going out to DR, that's going to here, going there, Panama, and all that, soon as the borders open, you're gonna get robbed. That's what I'm gonna be talking about tonight on Late Night Dreams. You know, so look for that if I'm not on here too late with Los, when I'm not if I'm not on here too late with Roll the Tape. We're gonna talk about you motherfuckers and you know, it's motherfuckers that are getting robbed now. You know what I'm saying? I just happened to see the links in Facebook this morning. Yeah, I got robbed at knife point. I got robbed at gunpoint. They were hired out of their mind. Yeah, I'm gonna read those stories tonight. I saw 'em. Somebody else sent it to me, but I had already saw them because I'm in the actual group where he got them from. But he don't think I know. He getting there from other people that's in the group. He not actually in the group, you know. But you know, some people like passing news on motherfuckers. But anyway, man, let me look up in here. Let's see. D Regalo. Shout out to D Regalo. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to 35 and up, by the way. He says, I'm going to Toronto. Okay, that's the place I want to go. I wanted to go to Toronto myself, man. I haven't been to an organized game mm, maybe 30 years, you know. I actually wanted to go back up there when Ricky Williams was playing because Ricky Williams was like one of my favorite football players. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to I'm Real. Says Chile is underrated. Well, they got another place, not necessarily Chile. I want to say it's Peru, where they have like this like festival or something, and they like all in this like valley, and the young kids fight, the ladies fight, old men, old ladies, everybody just scrap. It ain't no ducking, none of that, and they just punching and kicking. And whoever fall first, you know, they fight somebody else. The other one wins, goes on. It was crazy. I was watching. I was watching that shit the other day, and it seemed like the women got more scrap than the men do. You know, but it was crazy. I think it is in Peru. I'm gonna check out the west coast of South America sooner or later. You know, well, Colombia practically is the west coast, but the southwest, put it that way. Let's see. Shout out to Rob Mash Nation. He said, wouldn't you visit other places like Belarus, Kazakhstan, uh, uh, Azerbaijan, Moldova, Armenia, Taiwan? I might do Armenia, you know. Taiwan, you know, I'm seeing what they do with, you know, I'm seeing what people those Asians are doing, people my color, you know, in that area. I might want to avoid that area. You know, I gotta have some serious confirmation on what's really going down in that area and if it's safe for a brother from the States, because they just took the whole uh coronavirus and said, oh, you Negroes did it. Y'all Negroes got to go in. Now one of them Negroes had anything. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now I'm seeing Panama June 1st. Hey, take your time, Panama. You know, I know y'all missing y'all cash cow with your travel, but take your time. But man, here I have done interviews with the teacher, the tour guide, the lawyer, but right about now, I'm right back at my core, and that is the traveling black man. You know what I'm saying? But coming to y'all from the 813 by way of Cartagena, brother Los. What's going on, Los?
Hey,
Finally got it
man,
together.
what's going on? Y'all can hear me?
Yes, we hear you, man. We hear you.
Okay, good. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties, man. I had to get my IT skills going there for a second, you know what I'm saying, to try to figure this thing out, man. I don't know what the hell was going on. You know what I'm saying? But fortunately enough, that's what I do for my regular job. So, you know what I'm saying? I was able to figure it out.
Indeed, indeed. I'd like to give a shout out right quick to my first donation of the night. Shout out to D Regalo. Thanks for the donation, player. But anybody that wishes to donate, please donate to the Cash App or the PayPal, respectively. Thank you. Now go on and introduce yourself right quick, Los. Tell us who you are, where you're from, player.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? My name is Carlos, you know what I'm saying, with last name D. I don't like to give up my whole government. So we'll just say Carlos D, you know, and then Los is what my nickname is. I'm from Tampa, Florida, you know, just and I'm chilling, rocking out right now in Cartagena, Colombia, you know.
Indeed, indeed. So, as a talking to you as a traveler, bro, how many countries have you visited? Or is this your first one and you got stuck? How is that working for you right now?
All right. So I've been to about 7 different countries. I've been to Colombia twice. Been to Panama twice. Been to Bahamas. Been to Grand Cayman Islands. Been to Puerto Rico. Well, that's part of the United States. Also been to Mexico twice. You know, the Cancun joints and all of that type of stuff. Cozumel and shucks, man. You know what I'm saying? It's right down the tip of my tongue. Anyway, six, seven different countries. So, you know, but Colombia is by far my favorite place to be. And that's where I'm here currently right now.
Indeed. Shout out to Passport Stamp. Say what's happening, cuz. You know him?
Yeah, what's happening?
Hey.
Cuz, I see you there. What's up?
Oh, yeah. Y'all relate?
Yeah, man, that's my blood cousin. My first cousin, actually. His mom and my dad are sisters and brothers.
Word. Without further ado, I need everybody, if they can, to go to Passport Stamp and subscribe. Keep that brother motivated. Keep that brother doing videos. Keep that brother doing whatever he's doing on this channel to make it a possible thing. And hopefully we could get him in that network that I was talking about earlier. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, man. But nevertheless, Carlos, out of all the places you've been to, how do you rate those places based on experience? I know Colombia #1, but how do you rate all the places you've been to as far as from best to worst?
Well, like you said, Colombia #1 for me, hands down. I would say next would be, out of the places that I've been, Panama will be next. You know, if you haven't really traveled to Panama, you might want to go ahead and do that. Panama City, actually, the capital city. You know, that was a real cool place to be. I spent maybe a total of 4 days there, but I was able to ride around and do a lot of different things while I was there in Panama. So, you know, I got a good little idea about how it works. It's similar to Colombia in a way, but you know, Panama got its own vibe. And then #3,
right.
I probably, of the places I've been, man, I don't know. It's a toss up between Grand Cayman and Mexico. You know, just simply because it was something different for me, and you know, I never had an opportunity to experience, you know, neither one of the places. So, you know, those kind of run neck and neck. You know, but anywhere, any island type of place is gonna be all right. You know what I mean? You know, I like being around Black people, so you know, my kind. So not nothing against nobody else, but you know, that's just what it was for me. So I enjoyed all of those places. So I lining them up like that: Colombia #1, Panama #2, and then between Mexico and Grand Cayman will be #3.
Indeed. Before we go another further, I just want to let y'all know that 35 and up, my travel group is filling up as we speak, man. And if you're looking for that, please be a traveler over the age of 35. That's not about that foolishness. It's travel. And just hit me up at the email address of drehart38@gmail.com. Possible donation. We'll talk about getting you in there. That's 35 and up, the place for the traveling OG. You know, without further ado, man, let's keep it going. Let's talk about this place called Cartagena, man. So, I'm going quick with it because I got another show coming up, so I got to go quick with it. I know you got things to do. I know you got your hands full out there in Cartagena. How is Cartagena treating you right now? How's it treating you out there, bro? How is it looking?
Well, I'll tell you this: Cartagena hot as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. I've been here right at 2 months now. And you know, it ain't been a day that the temperature's been under 85. You know what I'm saying? Even at nighttime, it be in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? But in the mid to high 80s. So the weather, that's that. But as far as, you know, the city is concerned, right now I'm like living in the hood part of Cartagena. So, you know, I get to see like deal with the locals, how they actually move around in the city and stuff like that, you know, and dealing with the people that's on the actual block that I'm on. So, you know, for the most part, you know, it's like any other place. You know, I mean, it's dangerous, but in my mind, it ain't like what we would see back in America. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of vibe, you know, because the people are different. They're a little bit more friendly. And then, you know, by them knowing that I'm a gringo or foreigner, you know, they just sit back and watch, I guess, to see how I move first. And I guess, you know what I'm saying, they determine whatever they're going to do off of that. But I don't be sending out no vibes like I'm the person to be messing with like that. So, you know, and I don't be showing no, I just come in and jump right in, you know what I'm saying, and mingle in with the folks here. So, you know, like on the block, I done pretty much got the whole block, you know, they watch out for me just because of the type of vibe that I bring to their neighborhood or whatever. You know, I ain't trying to come here and I'm the American with my chest all out and I'm the shit and all that type of stuff. I don't be moving like that. You know, I just kind of speak to them, you know, and I mirror what's in front of me. So, you know, for the most part, Cartagena been treating me well. You know what I mean? Obviously, I got a family here that's looking out for me, making sure I'm safe, making sure I have the necessities and stuff, food to eat. They wash my clothes and all that type of thing like that. So, you know, for the most part, man, it's been doing me very well. I done came here and got adjusted. You know, I don't really necessarily have to come back to America, you know, but, you know, I have to come back to tie some loose ends and stuff like that before I make a move straight out. But, you know, as far as getting acquainted to the city and how everything is, I've got adjusted pretty good.
Word. Yeah, say. Well, see, we got a hater right there. Well, anyway, as far as where you living at right now, man, what is the name of the neighborhood you are in right now?
The neighborhood I'm in is called Alto Bosque. So it's I don't know if people really know, but Cartagena is a port city. So the part of the city that I live in is literally a 5 to 7 minute walk to the port, to where they bringing in all the cargo to ship throughout the rest of the country. So, you know, I know by you living in New Orleans, you know, I live in Tampa, you know, it's a lot of port cities across the United States. You know, the closer you are to the port areas, you know, you got the hood is right there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got all types of different individuals there. But yeah, that's the name of the part of the area that I'm in. You know, so, you know, you got all types of people over here, working class, low class, poor people, and somewhat people trying to get to the middle class. Ain't really nobody with no money that's over here in this area like that unless they own a store or something like that.
Right. So by being in the hood, man, how's your Spanish? Where you at on that? You know, level 1 to 10.
Well, my Spanish has been picking up, and I've been practicing it more and more every day because you hear a lot of different phrases from time to time to and you kind of know, you know, what they're saying. So for me, I understand it more listening. So like I can stand next to somebody and I know what they're saying, or if they're talking about me or something like that, I can make out what they're saying. But, you know, the tougher part is, you know, actually responding back. I got an extensive vocabulary. So the reason why it's difficult for me is because I be trying to think of, I don't know the words in the Spanish language to be able to say back to them, because, you know, it's a high level vocabulary, you know, and I noticed that a lot of people, they don't have a very high level of vocabulary unless they educate, you know, so that's the difficult part for me. So I can understand it better than I can speak it. But since I've been here for 2 months, I mean, I am getting better on speaking it, you know.
Right. You're gonna get it out there. You gonna constantly hear things up time and time again though, man. But I got 54 people here in the chat room. Hopefully I get 4 likes. Go and wipe your foot on the rug before you come on in now to talk to DreeZ and Los. But how much longer are you gonna be in Cartagena, man?
Right now to the end of May, you know what I mean? Because they got the borders locked up right now. Can't nobody, well, I mean, they got humanitarian flights that are American can get on, you know, but I got to make my way to Bogota to get there. And then from there, I got to come up with $700-800 to get on that humanitarian flight. They'll make you sign a promissory note if you don't have the money straight up like that. And then you got to pay it back. And then once I fly back in, if I would do that, I got to fly back into Fort Lauderdale and then make my way back up to Tampa, which is about 3.5 hours away. I ain't finna do all that. I got a ticket that's good all the way to the end of the year with Copa Airlines. I just read that Ivanka, they didn't file for bankruptcy, but I ain't got to worry about that because Copa's still moving. So, man, if I got to stay here till July, I'm prepared for that. And, you know, I got an employer that's actually still paying me while I'm still here. So that take a whole nother level of stress off my head, you know, while I'm here, man. So, you know, and then I've been able to save money I mean, I can actually pay for the humanitarian flight. It's just getting to Bogota. I don't want to do that. And plus, I'm comfortable. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? It's
Right.
just no point in me doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just stick it out here. So, but to answer the question, most likely I'll probably be headed back to back to the U.S. around mid-June, sometime like that.
Is it because you have to come back, or you just need to get back?
I need to
'Cause
get back.
from the looks of it, it seems like
I got to take care of a few things when I get back to the United States. You know what I'm saying? Not going too far deep into my business. You know what I'm saying? But there's just several things that I got to take care of once I get back, and then from there I'll be pretty much selling off some stuff, and preparing to make my move back. Right now, I got a plan in place. I'm probably gonna do a 6 months and 6 months. Do 6 months in the States, 6 months over here in Colombia, like that. Once I get everything situated, because I got a couple of small businesses that I run. I do taxes, and I'm also dib dab in real estate. I'm a real estate investor too, but my main job is in information technology. So that's pretty much. I got things that I got to take care of first before I actually make a total all-out move to here. And like I said, it'll be a 6 months and 6 months for me, or maybe 8 months and 4 months. It just kind of depends on how that flow goes.
right. Maximize it. That's what all I can say. Maximize it. I only can do a couple weeks at a time at best, but as long as I get out, I'm good. I'm not gonna complain. But
Straight like that.
I'm gonna continue to keep America as my base for the time being. Because that forex trading is iffy. You have a good week, and then the next week you have a bad day or two. It might take out the next month. That next week. You got to wait till you get paid again to re-up and all that kind of stuff. But once you get back, once you take care of your loose ends, what are you gonna be doing? Are you gonna be staying primarily in Cartagena, or are you gonna move around? You gonna go to another place, check that out?
Well,
I know you're gonna get you
right
some
now.
advantage.
Okay, so right now, I applied for a position where I've been applying everywhere because I'm trying to find something remote. But right now, I got a real good prospect with IBM, and that's down in Bogota. So if they call me back, and I get through the whole process of IBM's hiring deal, then I end up, having to live in Bogota, while I'm in Colombia, which is no big thing to me. It'll be an adjustment. So, I never been to Bogota, but I imagine, it's somewhat similar. I mean, it's the capital city, and I'm sure it has a lot more people than Cartagena. However, so I have that in the wing. So if not, Barranquilla, I'm thinking about that place too, and I'm going to visit Medellin simply because everybody keep talking about Medellin. I'm in a couple of different WhatsApp groups, so I'm like, everybody be with Medellin. So I got to get down there and see what that's about too. So, but that place, unless I can find some work there, then that's just going to be a visiting spot for me. But right now, the prospects as far as living is Cartagena, Bogota, and Barranquilla.
Right. You were in Barranquilla for Carnival, yes?
Say that again.
You were in Barranquilla for Carnival, though, right?
Nah,
you never
I missed
been to
that.
Barranquilla.
Nah, I wasn't in there for Barranquilla. I got a plan around that because that's during tax season, and I got about maybe 75 clients that I deal with, and the type of clients that I deal with, what I'm saying, they be hitting the doors early. So the first 8 weeks of the tax season, that's the busiest time for me. So it'll be kind of tough for me to make it to Barranquilla during Carnival time, although I would like to visit during that time.
Indeed, man. But hey, man, you been going out in Cartagena prior to the lockdown? Because you said you've been there 2 months. It's been a lockdown the whole time. You been able to get around anywhere?
Well, the first week I was here, because I've been here since March 15th. The first week I was here, I was able to move around like I wanted to, without any restrictions. Well, actually for the first 5 days, because the 5th day is when I found out that I wasn't going to be able, they was locking everything down and closing the doors on everything. So I wasn't able to move around like that. But, when I had moved to the hood, because there's only one hotel in the city. That's where I'm at right now. I got a room, and then that I keep so I can be able to come sleep, take a shower, use the bathroom and stuff like that, get a little bit of peace and serenity. So I keep this, just for that purpose. Throughout the rest of the day, I'm across the street at the apartment, with the family over there and stuff like that. So, but in the way Cartagena is set up right now, the different little areas, the hoods or whatever neighborhoods that they have here, they have barricades in all the places, okay? And then they have polices at those barricades. And you can't just move around the city like that unless you have actual business that you have to do in that part of the city. But for the most part, in every area, they have everything concentrated in that area where you need. So they got I've been to the dentist, I've been to the doctor, I've been to, I found me a barber over here. They got plenty of those. They got a couple. They use the Rappi services to deliver food if you want to buy food, but I ain't been ordering no food because I've been getting fresh home cooked meals, man, 3 times a day. I was eating 1 time a day back in the States. 3 times a day I get meals. So, basically what I'm saying is they got everything you need in the little area, the neighborhood that you in. So it serves no purpose to move around. So I got a buddy, who was trying to get over here. You know what I'm saying? They end up and turn him back around because it wasn't his day to move. And what comes along with that is a possible fine. Think he was able to get out of it, but they will fine you or you end up in the damn jailhouse, which Carlos ain't finna be doing that shit. I ain't going to no Colombian prison at all. You know what I'm saying? Because that the prisons here is worse than America. I can't do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just best for me to follow the instructions that they got in place and move that way. But anyway, like I said, I got everything I need right here in the neighborhood I'm in. So ain't no reason for me to be able to have to move around like that. You know what I mean?
Indeed. And that's why you're in the hood. They'll take care of you. As you talk good with them. But I was asking if you went out or anything because I just want to know about Cartagena.
Okay.
Other than the clock tower. I'm calling it, I know it's clock tower, but I know what they doing in the clock tower. What are the hot spots in Cartagena that they actually have? Like, what are the, other than that little square in the beach?
Okay.
What else do they have, man?
Okay, so man, Cartagena got pretty much everything. I think it's like the Miami of Colombia. You know what I'm saying? It's similar to that because like in the hood where I'm at, I've like the section I'm in, I can ride around like maybe 5 square miles, 4 square miles, and within those square miles, I've seen 3 strip clubs. If you like to do that, I've actually the first week that I was here, I end up going to a club that's in the city. You know what I'm saying? It was a nice little club bar, on a nice little strip in the city where it was a lot of things to do, go out to eat and all that type of stuff like that, man. So, you can find pretty much whatever it is that you're looking for in the city. You don't have to be on the beach. That's the one thing that I did find out because I came to Cartagena for the first time in June of 2019. And when I was here, I was only here for 5 days. But we did everything on the beach while I was here. We was in the beach. We went to the clock tower, obviously, the center. They call it the center. But it's like the old city. It's called the old city.
Right.
But because everything pretty much there. That's what the tourists go do. So but when you get up out of that and start exploring the actual city, man, they got all the same stuff in the city. I mean, in the old city and the clock tower area, they got all that stuff in the city too. The only thing is that you need to know somebody while you're here to escort you around, because these people can pick up whether you're a gringo or not. You know what I'm saying? If they see you're a gringo, trust me, somebody gonna be out there plotting to try to rob you or do something. You know what I'm saying? So it's just best to be able to know somebody who's here. Fortunately enough for me, when I came here last June, I met this dude from Jamaica. His name Jamaican Donald. He been living here for 9 years. You know what I'm saying? So I had him as an escort to move me around. And then, obviously right now I'd have made about 4 or 5 different buddies. You know what I'm saying? I only trust really 2 of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because one of them, the stick up kid. He straight told me what his background was. You know what I mean? So I fuck with him because he on the block, but I ain't messing with him like that because you know what I'm saying. Them type of dudes you can't really trust them like that. So you know what I'm saying. But he never did nothing to me. You know, I tell you, man, I had to check a nigga while I was here. That's a whole nother story. I'm gonna leave that alone. But anyway, you can move around the city as long as you know somebody who can take you around and you can trust them, and then they'll be able to take you to get to wherever. So you say, hey, man, take me to the strip club. They can take you there. Hey, man, I just want to go hang out at a bar, you know what I'm saying, and meet some ladies or whatever. Some nice, if you're looking for a wholesome girl, they can take you. If you're looking for, you know what I'm saying, if you want to trick off, they can take you to that. Matter of fact, the hotel I'm in right now, it's tricks come through this shit every day. You know what I'm saying? Like literally every day, because it's a trucker stop hotel. So the truckers who deliver this, who pick the stuff up from the port over here, they park their trucks across the street, and then they come here to the hotel. And you know what I'm saying, you see flocks of chicks coming in here all the time. You know what I'm saying? Fuck for 60 pesos, whatever kind of pesos. That ain't me. I don't pay for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got enough mouthpiece to get what I want if I wanted to do that. But but it's here. You know what I'm saying? It can be done. You know what I mean? But I tell you this, with what I know now, I'll never pay for a hotel on the beach. For what? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm overpaying. Like I done been here. I done paid for 6 weeks at this hotel so far. I done paid $600. So it's like $100 a week. And I stayed at Ibis on the beach. I paid $450, you know what I'm saying, for that 1 week. There's no way in hell I'm gonna do that again. No way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, although the amenities and all that stuff was there, I was able to, you know, live comfortable or somewhat like how I do in the States. But now that I know what I know now, there's just nowhere in the world I'm gonna be living on the beach no more. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you got to know somebody to be able to, you know, so you can move around like that while you're here.
Indeed. Now, as far as where you living, well, across the street, you got your little family going on right now, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's this like? What is it like really be like? I've been with a family in a family setting, but I was only there for a couple of days. You've been there for a couple of months. So what's life like in a foreign country in a family setting?
Well, you know what I'm saying? I can only speak from my experience just for all the listeners and the viewers out there. You know what I mean? Man, well, this is my lady. You know what I mean? So
is she there?
You're gonna have to, man, you gotta be a strong dude, you know what I'm saying, to deal with a lot of stuff that come with, you know, situation as such. So in her house, you know what I'm saying, when I got there, it's 10 motherfuckers in the house, you know what I'm saying? And only one person bringing in income before I got there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you get you a girl or a lady like that, you're gonna have to basically you take on everything that come with them. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately enough for me, at this tomorrow, you know, 4 of them vacating the premises. You know what I'm saying? 5 of them, they going back to the country where they actually live, like her sister, her mama, and the 2 kids. They up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna make stuff a little bit easier and stuff like that on me. You know what I'm saying? Although it's not real expensive to take care of the situation with the kind of money that I make. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'd like to save more money and not have to feed people that I know I don't have to do that for. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know, her mama be washing my clothes. You know what I'm saying? All of them cook for me. Like her mama cooked for me on a specific couple of days. Her niece cooked for me on a specific couple of days. She cooked for me. You know, man, look here. I eat before the kids. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different culture here. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a black man and you show king status while you in somebody's house like that, and they really accept you, like everybody in the house accept. Oh, I put it to you like this. On day 3, the daughter asked me, "Can I call you daddy?" You know what I'm saying? I had to take a breath on that one. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? This little girl barely even know me. You know what I'm saying? But she asked
me. The one with the curly hair.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But they daddy, he don't do shit. He don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, like he don't do shit. He the deadbeat to the, you know what I'm saying? Like what you call a deadbeat dog, daddy, that's what that nigga is right there, man. know what I'm saying? So
Right.
for me to step in the situation and then start taking care of stuff like I done bought 3 fans because they only have air conditioning upstairs. I done bought 3 fans, then just little small stuff. You know what I'm saying? Bought the kids some
Yeah, go a long
shoes.
way.
Yeah, man. And they really appreciative of the small things. Oh yeah, that's another thing about Colombians family, man. They can take a little and stretch it for a long time, bro. I was amazed by that. I was like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? Like people in America, they take stuff for granted. And you know what I mean? Like they like throwing food away. Oh, I don't like this, I don't want it. And they throw it away. Nah, ain't nobody throwing it. If somebody here don't like it, somebody else in the house gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that.
Right.
But seeing those little types of things right there, that made me, you know what I'm saying, become more humble and how I do and how I move around, man. So, but it's overall, man, I ain't got no complaints, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you could find you a lady, I'm talking to y'all dudes out there that's trying to look for love and all that type of thing. If you could find you a lady that you can trust and that you can actually, you know what I'm saying, see yourself building the future with, man, jump in the ocean and swim, dog. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, because I'm
Right.
really a fish out of water. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that would be in my position, that would have been in my position to be losing their mind right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have the things that they're used to. But for me, I ain't grew up like that. I wasn't raised like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to adjust, adapt, and improvise and overcome the situation, man. And that's what I did. My daddy taught me that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. And you know, and it actually worked out for me. Fortunately, I have a young lady who actually cares about my well-being, and her family actually care about my well-being, so it makes it a little easier for me.
Right. Shout out to all the fathers, and shout out to all your mothers out there. Call them and tell them Happy Mother's Day if you got them, and everything like that. Make sure everything's cool with moms today. But shout out to all the people that were on the last live, because on the last live we had a thing that we started talking about that was regarding how people are living in DR. With that said, let me give a shout out to Apple Mac. He's asking the question. So the family where he's at don't have a bathroom in their house.
Nah, they got
Have
two.
you okay? There you go. See, DR and Colombia is two complete different things. Now you got some places that got wall mud, but it ain't like that. But those places are far and in between. It ain't DR in Colombia. DR doesn't have nowhere near the infrastructure that Colombia has. So that's something you definitely won't have to worry about going to Colombia, in particular Medellin. You know what I'm saying? So you got another question here saying, so they only have buckets, or they don't have hot water, running water inside. They were at the last live talking about DR, and that's some of the issues you got going on in DR. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just keep on going past that because I see you laughing. Shout out to Chris Crawford, man. I appreciate you for your helping Barranquilla to this day, man. I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? But let me
Well,
see. Go ahead.
let me address them couple of things right quick. I addressed them couple of issues right quick. Yes, the apartment that I'm in, they actually have 2 bathrooms. You know, they're small. They don't have toilet seats, so I had to adjust to that. And there is cold water, so I had to adjust to cold baths. But because it's so hot out
It's
here,
hot.
I don't care nothing taking no cold shower. It's hot,
Right.
bro. Like when I tell you it's hot, it's hot. You know what I'm saying? So cold showers, man, it's true. In a place like this, you get adjusted to that quick, easy. But I done did some old MacGyver type of stuff anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I done figured out how to adjust the spigot just right to where I can get some warm water when I don't feel like taking a cold shower. So I didn't at least figure that out. But that's how my mind worked anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to figure something out. You know, I meant to go buy them some toilet seats, but I'm gonna move them up out of that apartment, man. So you know what I'm saying, it ain't no point in wasting no money on no toilet seat. I just got me some Lysol spray, and when I got to use the bathroom over there, I just spray some Lysol around it, make sure it's clean before I sit down, and then I go at it. You know what I'm saying? It's uncomfortable
Right.
sometimes, but it's all right.
Right. As long as you don't fall in, you good. You know what I'm saying? But Gil says, look like you got yourself a nice hook up there, man. Seems like you doing it good, man. Seems like, I know somebody in Barranquilla that done hooked up, got married. I know somebody in Cali that done hooked up and got married. I know somebody now in Cartagena that might be doing the thing. So if it all comes down to it, bro, if it comes down to it, you gonna
Yeah,
pop
I
a
mean,
question, bro? Uh,
yeah, but there's also a long vetting process with me, bro. It ain't just no hit it and keep it and just go at it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to earn that right there. You know what I mean? So as long as I know that I ain't being got or getting over on, you know what I'm saying? That I can't deny that statement.
Right. Yeah. Well, I can tell you one place where it ain't gonna happen. You see that damn Medellin? Nah. Don't waste your time there. Just go there, go to the club, have a party if you want. Go to Barranquilla, go to Cali, go somewhere else. Because it's crazy because all of them love the Lord. You know what I'm saying? All of them, Jesus, this, that, and other. But on the real though, you might be fucking with Mary Magdalene. You just don't know what you're getting. You really got that net, motherfucker. Like for real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's go to so let's go to the comment sections. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what I'm saying, I got some partners that back in the States that want to come down to Colombia and stuff like that. So, that's probably how I'm gonna end up and hit Medellin. I'm a solo type of dude, man. I don't really like moving around with no whole lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got their own personalities and they be want to do their own thing, and I got some partners, yeah, I know what they coming for, you know what I'm saying? And that ain't really no thing that I'm off up into like that, because I'm 40 years old, man. So, I didn't live my life on that tip before, and I don't really see the, need for me to continue doing that. You know what I'm saying? I had my fun. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit more relaxed, laid back, you know what I'm saying? And I do my thing like that. So, but I still travel with them in a group less than four dudes or less, you know what I'm saying? And that's with me included, just to keep the, you know what I'm saying, issues at a minimum, you know what I'm saying? Because, you might get a dude down here that just start wilding out and get drunk and all this other kind of shit like that. And then I got to pay attention and look out for this nigga to make sure there ain't nothing happening to him because he don't know where he at and what he doing and all that type of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I got to keep that shit at bay. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying, I travel solo. But I'll hit Medellin on a tip like that. Or, you know what I'm saying, a couple of dudes from the WhatsApp group, I might meet them there. You know what I'm saying? If I don't feel like bringing them dudes from the States with me to that type of thing, you know what I'm saying? And just vibe with the dudes like that there. Because I know that everybody in the WhatsApp group, they'll be able to peel off and do their own thing, and then we can come back and meet up and do something together like that. You know what I'm saying? I really rather more so do something like that. But, time will tell.
Yeah, man. Indeed. So let's go through these comment sections one more time, man. It says, your average American city hood is 3 times as dangerous. For us, and Cartagena, what are your thoughts about that?
Man, I think that the hood is the hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't care where you at, what country you in. It's gonna be some ignorant dudes in whatever neighborhood it is. Because at the end of the day, when a bitch hungry, they gonna do what it take to feed their belly. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've seen. Matter of fact, the first week I was over here, I was walking to the tienda. Walking to the store, and yeah. So, and it was a dude that was, you know what I'm saying? It's a black dude, but he looked a little older. Probably he got to be about maybe 45 or something. But it was another older dude that he was out there on the street arguing with, and this dude pulled out a long ass knife, dog. You know what I'm saying? And he started jabbing at this dude, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know what I'm saying? Dog, police is riding by on their motorcycles. They ain't stopping, they ain't paying attention to that shit. I was sitting there back. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Now, if this dude walk up, he gonna get stabbed for real. This would happen like literally right in front of my face. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, this shit real over here, man. That was the first thing that I saw in the hood when I came over here. And I was like, man, hold on, I don't know about this Colombia shit right now. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it was my first week in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And I had never seen that shit wide open. Like in the States, ain't gonna be none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, you gonna get your ass popped with a cap or, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this dude out here jousting at this dude, you know what I'm saying? But I said all that to say, I don't care what hood you in America, Colombia, Panama, DR, wherever, man, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna encounter that same type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? If somebody trying to feed themselves or they, you know, trying to clear up a problem or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, indeed, man. It gets real wicked, but I think either way it go, when these borders open up, which we're gonna talk about before we get out of here. When these borders open up, I'm going somewhere, but I'm damn sure not going first because it's about to be it's gonna be a lot of cats. It was my first time in Medellin. I woke up and all I had was my socks on. It's gonna be some people about to get robbed, dog, like straight up. So when I do go out, I'm not messing with nothing nobody knew. I'm hooking up with all my connects from previous trips to that place. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about to be some stories come out. I got money on it. I can go find 2, 3 stories today. Somebody got robbed in the Medellin chat group, expat group. I got money on it.
Bruh,
And
listen,
I might be able to bring it to you tonight. Go ahead.
you hit the nail on the head, you know what I'm saying? Let that first wave get on up out of the way, you know what I mean? Cause dude, somebody gonna get got, you know what I'm saying? Cause dudes gonna come down here wilding, like they ready to get loose. Them chicks, they ain't been able to get, you know what I'm saying, get their weekly, you know, dollar, a peso, you know what I'm saying, with that selling that puss, you know what I'm saying? So the chicks gonna be hungry, you know what I'm saying? They might have a dude that's pimping them out, telling them to go get that, you know what I'm saying, by any means and set them up or whatever, man. So, you know what I'm saying, them dudes that's gung ho to try to get down here, who ain't on no platform like this to listen to see what it really actually is, man, shit, yeah, let their ass go and come down here and get the first wave out the way first, and then after that shit's over with, then come on down and enjoy yourself, but don't get out of control. Because please know, these whores and these out here, they still gonna be on that shit. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't gonna be as live because everybody gonna be out to try to get that peso, man. Because they trying to feed their family. Because really, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. They trying to keep them lights on and feed their family.
On that note, you ever see those videos of cats going to they down at the Ivy on Pedro Casante and DR, they in there throwing up money? You ever seen them do that? Yeah.
Man, look here, man. I've seen all that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy to me. But
yeah,
you know,
it's stupid. It's stupid. But to those stupid motherfuckers, I dare you. I dare you to go to Medellin and do that. You will not get home.
man,
You will part ways with your wallet.
anywhere in Colombia, man.
You gonna your ass like DMX
Anywhere
and your
in
ex
Colombia.
baby.
I don't
You
give a
gonna
damn
get
where
it.
you at.
Well.
That's facts,
Last
bro.
okay.
That's facts. You know what I'm saying? DreeZ is not lying to y'all brothers about that, man. You know what I'm saying? I done caught a couple of his shows where he made a point like that on a couple of other shows. Bruh, I'm here. I'm in Colombia live right now. Those are facts, bro. He ain't lying, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you come out here wilding, somebody I'm finna be balling out of control, throwing up the pesos and all that shit right here, dog, you making yourself a target, man. No, come out here doing that shit. Be on a laid back mode. Be chill. Cause you already the prize that's coming out here. You know what I'm saying? Half of these chicks, they want to be up on somebody like you. You know what I'm saying? But you got control over the situation. You control it, dog. Don't come down here with all that wilding like you in the club in King of Diamonds in Miami. Oh yeah, bitch, yeah, and all that bullshit, man. Fuck that. That shit dead, bro. You know what I'm saying? Be on some chill mode shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, speaking of House of Diamonds, back in Miami, bro. A subscriber of mine took me to a place called Tootsie's. You ever been in that place?
I heard of it. I ain't never been, because you know what I'm saying, that ain't really my vibe, but I done heard of it.
Oh man, they had everything in there. Cubans, Colombians, Puerto Rican, they had everything in there. I was like, oh my goodness. I definitely got to come back and check it out. But I was just asking since you a Florida cat, you know. But you Tampa.
Yeah.
My bad. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
but
it's all the same. It's all the same. It's just a different type of vibe from the city, but we all be on the same type of move, on same type of mode. Because you know what I'm saying. I look across the country, out in California and in certain places and up in the Midwest and stuff. They got that gang type of shit. But see, in Florida, ain't no gangs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is solo out there. You know what I'm saying? You might have to catch some dudes that you roll with. You know what I'm saying? On your block or something like that. But for the most part, it's solo, you know what I'm saying? And that's how Florida cats be moving, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different type of vibe when you go down there. But when you go to Miami, you got a little party vibe. In Tampa, you know what I'm saying? You got a little bit, it's a little bit more laid back, but you still got a little party. Matter of fact, in my city, man, ain't no damn clubs that that brothers can go to. Because niggas is stupid out there. They shut all that shit down. They come as soon as you open the club up. Within 3 weeks, niggas just shot the bitch up in TPD or Hillsborough County Sheriff and shut that shit down, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure everybody got that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying, in whatever city they're in. But, you know, but that's kind of how Florida dudes is, you know what I'm saying?
Work. You might want to take your mic and take it loose and plug it back in because it went hollow. We can hear you, but it's like lots of trouble right now.
Okay. Let me see if I can get this thing working.
That's it.
Okay.
That's
okay,
it.
bet.
But shout out to
There it is.
Capricorn. Right. Shout out to Capricorn where he's saying Toosis is the truth. He knows about it. You know what I'm saying? Toosis is off the chain. And D Regalo is saying Toosis is like Walmart. Now I went to
Hey, I
Toosis
see it.
and it was like, I mean, they had everything. It was like just a smorgasbord of everything. But my thing is I was shooting pool. But they gave me a drink that was so strong, I couldn't even get my shot on. But to that brother I lost that one pool game, I'm gonna kick your ass when I get back. I'm gonna be completely sober. You know. So go ahead on get your practice in. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into this.
I tell you this. When you traveling in these different countries and you like to drink, man, don't drink yourself pissy drunk to where you inebriated and you can't control yourself and you don't know how to, and you don't know where you're at and what you're doing, because that's when you're gonna get fucked up right there, in my opinion. So me, I don't drink like that anyway. But when I do, and if I do feel like drinking to where I'm, you know what I'm saying, I want to throw them back, man, I'm gonna make sure I'm able to get back to where I can safely, or I'm with somebody who gonna make sure I get back to where I can safely. But if you out here and you wild like that, bro, you just setting yourself up.
Right. Yeah, man. Shout out to Passport Stamp. He says, I attended Bahia La Calle this year in Barranquilla in my hotel on the north side. The north side of the hood, and I was trying to blend in and walk with a purpose. But at the end of the day, the people were cool. Of course they were cool. And if I ain't mistaken, I think I missed you, bro. I think you like left early or something, but I missed you. I actually miss you. I miss Andre. I miss Andrea. I miss Love Across the Borders. I miss a couple people. You know what I'm saying? But it was definitely a thing to be held. And I actually stayed on the south side. I actually stayed in the hood because the spot that I was gonna stay in on the north side, they had a issue where Airbnb came to me and said, "Look, that's a fraudulent account. You giving me money. You giving the money that you losing your money." I just had to take what I could get, and that was a spot in Simone Boulevard. So it was what it was. It was an experience that I knew was different from everybody else, but at the same time, I still had a good time in the city of Barranquilla. Thank you for your comment, Claire. But
yeah, I be hearing Barranquilla, a good little spot right there. I be checking out Ace videos. You know what I'm saying, he make Barranquilla look like it's off the chain out there. So that's kind of why I want to go over there and check that out too.
Well, I'll tell you this: stay on the north side. It's probably it's gonna be very hard to do, but hey, I can recommend you to a place in the hood. But I feel like they was on their best behavior because it was Mardi Gras time. I mean Carnival time. I don't know how they gonna act right now. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
But for the most part, you want to stay anywhere above Calle 46. Everything below that is hood. You know what I'm saying? They say Cartagena is the big hood.
I can remember that.
Yeah. They say Cartagena is mostly hood. How is it?
Yeah, Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't first of all, I didn't even realize Cartagena was this damn big. You know what I'm saying? Like when you come here, the tourists, they be in Boca Grande, they be in Manga, and they be in Laguito or whatever that's called over there. All that stuff is on the beach side. Once you come up off of that right there, man, shoot, man, Cartagena is huge. It's real hilly. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's why all the locals at. But like Passport Stamp just said, man, you know, people was cool. You know, and I think I'm looking at more cool right now because of this COVID-19 situation. So, and they got a lot of polices that be riding around all day and all night. So everybody just ain't really out here acting no fool like that. But the moment that stuff is lifted and these borders open back up, bro, it's gonna go right back to regular scheduled program. And you know what I'm saying? And I can see the gutter, you know what I'm saying? Because I be seeing how some of these dudes be looking at me when I be walking, you know what I'm saying? Because I went to the barber shop a couple of times, and I done got cool with the barber over there. So the little hood I'm in, where I'm at, the people have seen me enough around here to know, okay, well, he a foreigner, but he a cool foreigner, you know what I'm saying? Because and the one thing that I had to get used to is these people staring at me, man. I ain't with that. Well, you know how niggas is in the States, you know what I'm saying? You staring at, they be ready to buck you right then, you know what I'm saying? So I'm staring at them right back, but they just staring. Maybe because they trying to check you out to see what you looking. Oh, they say nice 65 people in the chat. Okay. Yeah, man, hit the like button because I only see 27 likes on here right now, you know what I'm saying? If you like it, man, hit them up. You know what I'm saying? Dree's got a little good channel, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and like it, subscribe. I'm subscribed to it, you know what I'm saying? You know, and if you want to throw a donation in there, that's cool too. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? The hood here, when the borders open back up, back to my point, man, I think it's gonna be dog eat dog, and you know what I'm saying, it's gonna go right back to the regular scheduled program. So you got to be on your P's and Q's because the hood is large in Cartagena. It's like I stay in like probably one of the worst ones because it closer to the beach, it get easy. Closer to the old city, you get more and more calmer. But the further and further away you get from the beach, and I'm like 25 minutes away from the beach, the rougher it gets.
Right. I hear you. Most definitely, man. Hey, I wanted to go to Cartagena, but the only reason I wanted to go to Cartagena is go to Palenque. And I've been wanting to check that out ever since I heard about it, but I wasn't able to make it due to the loss of the cell phone, so I could film and filming equipment and my debit card. That's why I never went when I was in Barranquilla. But
okay. Well, I'll tell y'all this. So whoever travels to Cartagena, I can put in the WhatsApp group, if you in the WhatsApp groups, you know what I'm saying, try to see if you can hit Ace up or Love Crossing Borders, if you know what I'm saying, on the business tip with it, to join those WhatsApp groups. Those are the two that I'm in. And then I'll make sure that I put the information in for the tour guides, because the Jamaican dude I was telling you about earlier, he takes a busload of people out there to Palenque to do the visit, and he runs cheaper than because they got a dude named Alexander. He was featured in Essence magazine in the U.S. and all this and in another publication or something like that. But he charges $90 to take you out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like 45 minutes away, 45 minutes south of our Cartagena. But Jamaican Donald, he charged you $45. If you can get a load of a van load of 6 people or more, it's $45. So he half the price, and you're gonna spend more of the time. He know the locals in Palenque, you know what I'm saying, and able to give you a more in-depth tour, I think, of, you know what I'm saying, what you would encounter there. And that's definitely a trip that you want to do when you come to Cartagena, because man, you visiting them like the first African settlement, the free settlement for African slaves that came over to the Americas, South America in particular. That's the very first place. When I went there, man, it absolutely changed my life, my mind frame of how I thought. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing those different types of, seeing the way that those people live out there, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and how little they have, but they maximize it to the fullest. I tell you this, not to prolong it, man. So we was walking through the little streets of Palenque. They ain't paved, it's dirt roads, rocks. So it was off to the side. I noticed that these kids was over there playing soccer, and they was playing soccer on gravel, rocks that's sticking up out of the ground. They had a makeshift goal of some sticks, you know what I'm saying, with no net and no shoes on, dog. And it had to be at least 10 of them out there playing, dog. what I'm saying? Dudes off to the side playing dominoes, gambling their little pesos or whatever they had. But they was happy, man. It was like they wasn't worried about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like they was just peace. Dog, to see that with your own eyes, because I had never seen it before. Me personally, never seen it before. And that changed me. You know what I'm saying? So I said that to say, make that a part of your trip when you come to Cartagena. And if you in one of the WhatsApp groups, I'll make sure that that information or the contact for you to be able to get down there on the cheap end to be able to experience that there.
Indeed. Shout out to Chris Crawford, another brother I know that went to Palenque. I'm the person that been wanting to go there, and it seemed like everybody been going there except me. And I had my chance, but shit got fucked up. But nevertheless, while I'm talking about Chris Crawford, I also like to thank you for your donation, and I appreciate it, man. I got 60 people in here. Hopefully, we'll get all y'all to wipe y'all foot across the rug. If y'all haven't done that on the way in, please make sure that you have done that on the way out. This is DreeZ Live number 62, the 813 to CTG. I'm here with Brother Los, and we're finna talk about our last part, and that's the elephant in the room. That is the whole lockdown that we have going on here. But I've been following Duque lately, and he said they've been relaxing restrictions. So things starting to ease up a bit. It's just starting to be more traffic. What's it looking like out there on a normal day now?
Well, right now they gotta you gotta alternate days between men and women. So men ain't out on the same time as the women. I think tomorrow is going to be yesterday was the women. So on Monday it's gonna be the men that's able to move, and then you move by the last digit on your passport, which is they do it 3 digits at a time. So it's gonna be 2, 3, and 4, I believe, on Monday for the man or something like that. I'm not sure. I got to look at the thing again, but that's how they got it set up. And then on those days, as long as you can move around throughout the entire city. You know what I'm saying? So if you need to get over to Boca Grande to go to the, what I'm saying, the good dentist over there, then you can do that if it's your day to move as a man. You know what I'm saying? If you need to get to the grocery store, meat house, wherever, you know what I mean, you can move around the entire city. Everybody else got to sit tight. You can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And then, the next day, they keep it moving like that. But for the most part, as long as it's your turn to move around, you can do that. Now you can also move around in the section of the neighborhood section that you live in. So like I said at the beginning when I first came on, you can move around in the little area, and they got, like I said, barbershops, dentists, urgent care doctors, little corner stores, they call them bodegas. You can move around and do all of that stuff there if you need to go get something for the house, some toilet paper, which they don't run out of here. You know what I'm saying? And and stuff like that. So it's fair. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I'm locked down. You know what I'm saying? Everything is running smooth. So you can go get what you need if you need to get it. So like I needed to get me some razors and some toothpaste and some deodorant. So I was able to do that because it's a little store right around the corner that I can walk to and go get it. You know what I'm saying? You can drink. You know what I'm saying? I know in some places you can't buy liquor or something like that, but I'm saying you can still buy beer and liquor here. They ain't got no problem with that. If you want to go get you something, if you smoke weed, you can find the weed man. You know what I'm saying? If you do cocaine, you can go find that too. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wouldn't suggest doing no coke here because, you know what I'm saying, because then you're going to set yourself up for the robbery. You know what I mean? But other than that, like I said, you gotta know locals in order to be getting all that. I wouldn't suggest any of that. But if you smoke weed, you know what I'm saying, there's enough cool dudes around here that's standing around, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, you look up a marijuana, they'll ask you if you want it. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Everything, my point is everything you can find, you can get it within your little neighborhood if it's not your day to move around.
Right. Well, everything is coming back to normal slowly but surely. I know that Duque was saying he was relaxing restrictions. Are there any? Well, I talked with somebody in Medellin. They were telling me that restaurants and supermarkets are open. What about there? I know Exito's open. So what about any restaurants that are there?
Nah, man, ain't no restaurants open. The restaurants that are open, the only thing you can do is order rapid. You know what I'm saying? And it's only a few far in between. The restaurants are shut down. You know what I'm saying? Because they know people are gonna be rushing them joints, trying to sit down and eat, and they don't want to. The president here, he made it clear. They trying to make sure that the virus gets eradicated here, man. So I think it's smart. You know what I'm saying? Because the stores are open where you can cook, sit your ass at home and cook a nice home cooked meal. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. It's enough women around here to do it, and that's what they do. You know what I mean? So ain't really no reason for you to, you know what I'm saying, be running off to no restaurant like that. You know what I'm saying? To get no restaurant meal. Why would you want to pay that anyway? You know what I'm saying? When you come out a whole lot cheaper, going to Exito, Olympico, Otter. That's where I go. We go to Otter. ARA. That's the store it's called. And you know, and you can get everything you need right there. And then it's a little meat market that's called Carne y Carne. So I spent maybe past Monday, it was my day to move. This past Monday, I spent $80 and I got a month worth of meat. I had so much meat, a sack full of meat, we couldn't even put it all in the refrigerator. We had to start cooking something that day. You know what I'm saying? Because I had bought so much, but it's gonna last a month. I spent $80.
Right. That's when you did all that grilling. I saw that.
Yeah, I be doing that. As a matter of fact, before I came over here for the interview, I got the people across the street. They over there grilling, man. You know, say, "Hey, Carlos, man, we got that grill, man." I was like, "Yeah, I see you." You know what I'm saying? So my little vibe over here and affected them a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's cool.
Yeah. You just making this. It's gonna be all good when you come back. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the grills are concerned, you brought up grills. Street vendors. No street vendors in Cartagena, or they can't even exist right now.
Nah, they're street vendors. It's street vendors. You know what I'm saying? To get your little yuca, plantains, all types of fruit they have. You know, tomatoes, onions, carrots. They got everything. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes riding around with horses pulling the fruit and all mules, everything, bro. So like I say, you can get what you need. You know what I'm saying? There's no shortage of that.
Right. Well, somebody was asking about a different type of fruit, like mangoes. Can you get mangoes? I'm pretty sure they're available.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite fruits, man. But the problem for me is them little shits is too small, man. You know what I'm saying? It's few far in between. It's like they pluck them right off this tree without letting them grow quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But so what about the human mangoes? I know you ain't got no business dealing with that. What about the human?
Nah.
I'm asking for a friend over there in the comments. That's all. I'm just asking for a friend in the comment section.
I can't answer that question. I don't know, and I ain't finna sit here and make up no lie. So
right, but I know you see him, bro. I know you see him, bro.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
me either.
I know for sure. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. So you haven't noticed any political unrest? You know, like riots, they breaking in the stores. They ain't doing none of that out there, right? Or they got it locked down.
Not
like
in Cartagena. Nah, not in Cartagena, man. I think because this is a tourist town, and a lot of they money income. Yeah, they can't afford to be around here tearing nothing up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people work at them places. You know what I'm saying? So if they tore all of that stuff up, they ain't gonna have nowhere to go to work once. You know what I'm saying? They open this place back up. But nah, it ain't been no civil unrest. As a matter of fact, the cases of the cases for this whatever this disease is, pandemic crap, man, it's very low here. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't really had many. I think it's been less than 20 deaths. You know what I'm saying? And all the people that's in the hospital basically recovering. They don't even, matter of fact, they don't even report Cartagena's numbers on the news.
Might want to back it up and plug it up again.
All right, let me see. You can hear me now?
Yeah, you good now.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying that most of the they don't put the stuff Cartagena on the news because it ain't really been no problems like that as far as that COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? Like there's been a few people that done died, but it's less than 30 people. You know what I mean? And then the people that's in the hospital, they're recovering. You know what I mean? So they ain't really been having no issues like that, man. And then for the most part, a lot of the people, they follow the directions. You know what I'm saying? They put their little mask on. You know, they ain't really no social distancing. I can't lie and say that. You know what I'm saying? People don't be social distancing here like that. But you know, if you only in your neighborhood and you know the people in your neighborhood, these people ain't got it, they out every day, then you ain't really worried about it. But me personally, for me, I ain't walking up on people like close like that. I don't want you in my personal space. what I'm saying? I'm just that way anyway. So I was already practicing social distance before this shit had even happened. Because if you in my personal space, either A, we having a conversation, or B, I think you trying to do something to me. So you know what I'm saying? That's how I move anyway. Right. So I ain't up in nobody's face like that except for my family.
Right. Well, with them relaxing their standards, relaxing their restrictions and things like that, do you see the borders will be opening soon? Like you plan on leaving in the end of May? Do you see yourself getting out of there without the aid of doing one of the flights coming out of Bogota? Last question.
Nah, I ain't. I'm gonna probably ride it to the middle of June. You know what I mean? After the borders open back up and take me, because I'm planning on taking me a little trip to Barranquilla. That's why. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna leave probably around about June 15 or something like that. Give me a solid 3 months here. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing after they open up the border. Staying here another 2 weeks.
Right. Well, brother, that was the last one that I had. We about to go into the hour 30 mark. I got another show and possibly another show after this. So to all the people that are here, I was waiting for a link. Hopefully I could get a link from Roller Tape where I can send y'all back to his channel. But the majority of y'all just came from his channel. So y'all know where to go and know where to be at. I got to brainstorm, put the topics together for the next show. And hopefully you can catch us over there. But last question for you, man. Brothers want to know, since you give out good information, man, do you have a channel?
Do I have a what?
A channel. Let me see if I can find it.
Actually, I'm working on setting that up. Passport stamp. He doing a little artwork for me. But my channel is not really gonna be geared towards travel or anything like that. My channel, you know what I'm saying, it's called Truth Be Told. So I'm gonna be dealing with real world topics centered around the biblical perspective. You know what I'm saying? So like I'll take a topic, and we'll talk about it, and then I give a biblical perspective or outlook behind whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that topic is that I'll be discussing. But it's gonna be called it's called Truth Be Told, and I haven't gone live yet. But I'll make sure that as soon as I get it moving and I get the first initial video out, I'll make sure you have the information to plug out to your viewers. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be, geared towards more of a serious, not saying that any other platform is not serious, but mine's going to have a total different tone from the travel perspective. And it's just something that I like to do. You know what I'm saying? I've been studying that topic for the last 20 years, man. So, and I feel like it's a lot of people who don't really know certain pieces of information, or they like to duck their head in the sand and try to turn away from that type of information. But I just want to bring it from a perspective from basically a black dude who grew up in the hood, man, because you don't really hear too many people from that perspective talking from that perspective who grew up in that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be my little niche right there. But the channel is called Truth Be Told.
Indeed, man. I appreciate it, man. Once again, I like to say this is DreeZTV number 62 with the main man Los. Be looking for his channel in the days to come. I'm actually promote it myself when it does come out, because the brother seems like he's very solid and has nice bit of information to give, and as well as he seems like a sponge. He'd be willing to take any suggestions or questions you may have and turn it into knowledge for himself as well as for others who are watching. Once again, this is DreeZ, and for myself, for brother Los, for Almighty WTU, this is DreeZ. I'll be live a little bit later with Richard Rich once again. If you have any last words, you may state them now if you like, brother.
All right. So, hey, brothers, I want to sincerely apologize to y'all for my technical difficulties and me being late to the platform. DreeZ, I appreciate the opportunity to come in and give my perspective of Colombia and Cartagena while I'm here. The rest of you brothers that's out there, man, you know what I'm saying? Do what you can to, stay protected while you're there. When they open up the borders again, travel safely, be smart, and you know what I'm saying, just don't be out here doing what some, what a duck will do out here, man. Get yourself caught up, you know what I'm saying? I love all y'all, you know what I'm saying? I might not know you, but you another brother. I love you, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully, everything get back to normal to where, people can travel and have fun and do whatever it is that they're trying to do in life. So again, thank you again, DreeZ, for inviting me on your channel, and hopefully I'll see y'all on mine once again.
One last thing, do you have an Instagram or Facebook? Because they got a couple of brothers asking how can they contact you.
I'm a different type of dude, family. I don't have no social media, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. Well, I ain't gonna say unfortunately because I did that on purpose, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you gotta, in order to be able to get in contact with me, man, you got to be in one of them in one of those WhatsApp groups. I would highly advise you to get an ACES WhatsApp group, or you jump in Love Crossing Borders with Andre Spence and get in his try to tap into his WhatsApp group, Colombia Masterminds, you know what I'm saying? And do that thing right there. And then you'll have direct contact with me and you'll be able to, talk to me that way. But I don't have any social media platforms, on purpose.
Indeed, indeed. Or you could join 35 and up if you're over the age of 35. And brother, I would like to, at this time, extend the olive branch to you to be another brother that provides information to the brothers that are traveling, bro. So if you would like to join 35 and up, I know you're a traveler, so that part of the event is done. And I've already done the other part right here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, brother, I appreciate that, and I definitely would. So yeah, send me the link or whatever it is I got to do in order to be able to be a part of that. Because I'm 40, so I'm over the 35. You know what I'm saying, mark. So and then shoot, man. Hopefully, me and you can hook up when I get out to NO. You know what I'm saying? My brother live out there, so you know what I'm saying I'm definitely gonna hit you up when I come out that way. You know what I'm saying? So we can kick it out there in your city like that. And yeah, definitely, I appreciate it, and I will. I accept it. Yes.
All right, well, I appreciate it, man. But
Sure.
I'd like to thank everybody that showed up tonight. I had a nice turnout tonight. Hopefully I got 53 likes because I still see 53 people here on the board. I appreciate all of y'all for coming out. Most of all, Mr. Los to begin with, and all of y'all in the comment section. Y'all were very pleasant and came with nice questions and suggestions. As I asked, that's all I ever can ask for of my comment section. I appreciate all of you coming. And and if you can always remember that we are in these trying times, but it is not a time to stop trying. So for myself, once again, it's for Mr. Loaf. We thank you for coming out. I'll be live on Roller Tape a little bit later. Y'all have a good night.